pretty confident that it is actually streaming, so that's fine. What's up, guys? Welcome to Zanzibar Super-Fun-Time Discussion-Extravaganza number 1. That name is courtesy of... that name is courtesy of Retromancer over here. Retromancer, say hello. Hi. We've also got Rockman here, styling in the wonderful diamond armor over there. Say hello, Rockman.
Hi.
He's very confrontational right now. And we've also got Soulless Scientist over here. If you guys like Battleborn content, make sure you check out his YouTube channel. It's Soulless Scientist at youtube.com/whatever the fuck it is. Anyway. Say hello, Soulless Scientist.
Hello.
Okay, we've also got Wolf. You may know him as Joe Bossman, a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Say hello, Joe.
Hello.
And we've also got Hobo as well. Hobo has joined us for, let's see, Killing Floor and... what? Anything else?
There's been other things.
Yeah, I'm sure there have been other things.
Helldivers?
He wants to go
Oh,
back.
yeah. Helldivers. But anyway, say hello, Hobo.
Hello, Hobo.
Okay, so what are we all doing here tonight, and what are we going to be discussing? Quite simply, we're going to be discussing anime. Something... No. Get back in the room, Rockman. We're going to be discussing anime, something that I feel that we all hold a very dear place in our hearts for. To some more than others, anyway. I think we can all agree we like anime, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I like anime,
really.
What the fuck, man?
Were we part of this anime discussion? Yeah.
Seriously, this fucking guy. Okay.
I'm on the fence of anime. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I've only been watching anime for the last 15 years. I think I'm still on the fence. It's okay. No, but I've got some general talking points that we're gonna be going over, and all that. But yeah. First off, if you're in the chat, feel free to contribute and all that stuff. Shut up, Dan. Anime is not for just nerds. It's for all walks of life. But anyway, first off, we're going to go for some real basic stuff here. Why do we like anime? Does anybody have anything that they'd like to say as far as why we like anime? Any opinions on that? Feel free. Just jump in. Jump right in.
It's really fun to
You
watch.
put that TNT away right now.
You're getting distracted?
Jesus Christ.
Right? 3 of us can't play the game we're playing, but because we'll be distracted. But this motherfucker is TNT.
He put it away. All right, so
He's putting himself on timeout.
anybody got one for why they like anime in particular?
It's like, I don't... Yeah.
That's almost word for word my talking point on that as well.
Oh, do you mean Vance? You already have that, so he has to pick a different thing. Got it.
No. I can just word it differently, but it's the it's the same general sense. Yo, hang on. We'll get on to that. Calm down.
Too far.
Okay.
Going too far, man.
I think that hurts at least 3 of us.
No, see, I get it.
I think that hurts at least 2 of us.
That hurts me. It hurts me deep.
All right, Joe, Hobo, what about you guys? What do you guys think? Why do you like anime?
Well, I'm a fan of anime just because I like cartoons, but I feel like cartoons are a little kiddish nowadays.
Not
Yeah, it's harder
all
to
of them
relate.
nowadays.
You don't. Hang on. You don't get as emotionally involved with these other cartoons and shit.
I'll definitely give you that, yeah.
Like, you don't get attached to
Although
characters
Avatar:
as
The
much.
Last Airbender really got me at times.
Well, yeah, I mean, the later seasons of that. Oh yeah, the writing is awesome.
Straight up. What about you? Dropped your sword, Rockman. What about you, scientist? What about you?
So. Just that sigh as a precursor to it.
Sorry, I was looking over my notes and I got caught off guard.
This guy and his notes. I'm not even kidding. I told these guys the talking points that I had, I don't know, a half hour ago and something like that. Scientist over here, he's like, hang on, where's my Excel spreadsheet? Where's my like rule 2, like number 2 pencil? I need to write all this down in essay form. He's a very analytical person.
Sorry, soulless what? Soulless scientist.
Soulless scientist.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. See, I didn't give him multiple choice.
I have 2 sciences of Scantron.
No, this guy.
I have the 882E and the other one.
Okay, we've gone too far down the rabbit hole of nerdage. What the fuck, man? Stop doing stuff.
So, fix the ceiling. Okay, so why I like anime, overall, I find it to be more enjoyable than what we might describe in comparison as Western television, particularly the animated stuff. Like, I have, so, like, for example, every fall, usually you have, like, advertisements for, like, oh, coming this season on NBC. People go back in time in, like, a blimp, and then they kill Hitler or whatever, and...
That's really happening. There's a show coming out similar to that.
Yeah. But
Hitler, the blimpening.
it's so I feel like a lot of television, especially the live action stuff here here in North America, is pretty derivative, and it's just not very different.
Yeah, that Game of Thrones, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I said for the most part.
No, I was saying like that's derivative and unoriginal and boring.
Oh. Yeah, it's based off a book. Jeez, come up with something yourself.
Right? Seriously, books.
Yeah. So
watch your words, motherfucker.
I enjoy anime because it's the topics are a lot more varied, and then there are things that can be more easily and perhaps better expressed through animation because it doesn't necessarily rely on practical effects or visual stuff. So
I'll give you that. There's a lot more freedom for expression from the actual writers as well.
Definitely agree with that. I see way more boobs.
Yes, you can get away with so much more boobs in anime.
So anyway, that's kind of the point I wanted to make in a roundabout way.
All right. Good one. I like it. Feels good. Okay, so another general one. Some of your favorite anime, please try to keep it somewhat limited in scope. But Rockman, please, why are you throwing snowballs at me? Why would you do this to me? No, not scientist. But anyway, who wants to start us off with a list? Some of your favorite anime.
It could be the guy who has an actual list in front of him.
I do have a list. Okay.
That one.
Okay. I'll just say exactly what I wrote down. Okay, so of course you have to give big ups to the originals that I'm sure we all watched. You've got your Cowboy Bebops, you got your Dragon Balls, all of them except for the one that we will never mention because it's horrible. Zoids, Pokemon, all those ones. Everyone watched all those ones.
You made a list.
I made a list.
I love Zoids.
Zoids is so awesome.
Zoids was amazing.
Zoids
Van
is so
Flyheight
cool.
is the man.
I
Okay.
have actual Zoids Transformers.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Straight up, dude. But as far as the ones that get the fuck out of here, Jesus. As far as the ones that personally I've thoroughly enjoyed recently, and and all that stuff. Some titles like Erased, that one stands out to me. Excellent writing, wonderful script, characters. Where the fuck did you even go? Jesus Christ. Anyway, My Love Story, that's another one of those slice of life ones with some romance mixed in there. There's Danshi Kokosei no Nichijo, which is daily lives of high school boys. I've mentioned that on the channel before. It's one of my absolute favorite anime of all time. It's just bonkers and over the wall and just super duper funny, and it's awesome. You've got Azumanga Daioh, another old one, but it's basically Seinfeld in anime form, so you gotta love it for that. ReZero, I'm sure a few of us watched that. Let's see, Scientist watched that, Rockman watched that, Hobo watched that, yeah?
Yeah.
ReZero,
I enjoyed that one a lot.
yeah. Retromancer, did you watch that?
I
Really?
I think you'd like it.
Dude. When we get to the waifu discussion.
Oh, okay. Whoa, spoilers.
Yeah, I'm just saying. How
Spoilers, bro.
How could an anime discussion not be complete without that? But anyway, other ones I would have to say would be Wagnaria, all of them, all 3 seasons. Samurai 7, which a lot of people don't like. I personally really liked it just because I got a bitchin' deal on it at FYE. But, hey, whatever, it is what it is. And, of course, Nichijou. Nichijou is one of my absolute favorites. But does anybody else have any other anime that they'd like to also mention? Even if I said them as well, if you feel the same way, please.
Drifters.
What?
Drifters! I completely forgot to mention Drifters. Yes, thank you, Rockman.
Yes.
One that sticks out a lot in my mind, just for a good one, is Fooly Cooly.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool, yeah.
FLCL is
Really cool.
The one
incredible.
that makes like no sense when you watch it.
It
until you
makes
watch it,
sense.
repeatedly over until you figure it out.
The story for FLCL makes sense. You just have to know who the characters
You're
are.
fucking
And
basic.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
And then
You're
another
just
one that
supposed
I
to keep watching
really,
it until the TV grows out of your head.
yeah,
yeah.
or a guitar.
Another
One
one,
of the two.
Death Note. I really got into Death Note when I was younger-ish.
I feel pretty confident that we've all watched Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
I
Henry?
haven't watched a ton of it. Actually, I have Death Note written down on my list here for my favorites.
Wow, way to steal thunder there, Joe.
That's okay. He had no way of knowing. But so in particular, for just the reason I like Death Note is that it's a very intellectual anime. It's something. It's a cat and mouse game between 2 very smart people.
Yeah, right up until the middle of the series. Spoiler warning.
Yeah. So it's just the cat and mouse game between Light and L.
Mm-hmm.
I really thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah,
And then
no.
I really also kind of liked watching how Light was able to manipulate people, and the lengths he went to, and how much he enjoys potato chips, and then he spent on that small television.
Yo, those potato chips though, and then I take a chip and I eat it. Dun, 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 dun. I love that scene. It's such a good scene.
I really like the kind of like the Clash of Minds aspect of Death Note.
Oh, definitely. The characters themselves were just really well done, and they played really well off of each other as well. Like the times that Ryuk played the perfect funny man to Light's, perfect straight man there were just great moments in that show. Not even just from, the psychological perspective, but that's one of those shows that it took the whole genre bending to a really good area in terms of, the comedy, the action, psychological, even some aspects of horror, actually. And, why not throw a little dash of romance in there, even if it is super fake. But either way, that's something that I really appreciate about the Death Note series.
It was manipulation for his own nefarious purposes.
Oh yes, and how. Yeah, I'm sure.
No,
I'm sure that Light loved
no.
himself.
And he loved he could use her to not get caught.
And he loved to kill people that he thought were sinners. So yeah, valid point. There was love in there.
Somewhere. Just
different kind of
if you
love.
look hard enough.
Yeah, no, it was in there. Retro. God, you destroying my freaking guy, you son of a bitch. Just stop doing
I'm
things.
sorry. It's
Kyle and I are just freaking standing here. Just stand in the corner and just stick on.
I'm not even holding my controller.
Me neither.
Temptation.
Freaking ridiculous. Retromancer, what about you? What are some of your favorite anime? Well, you've watched enough to know, It's a good choice.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
That was.
That music, though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
To this
Seven
day,
ran for
I
the score.
feel like Samurai Champloo has got to be one of the best soundtracks to ever be put into an anime. And this is coming from someone that doesn't even like that genre of music.
I get that.
I don't think anyone else could pull it off.
It was an original idea that really worked.
Like the next closest would be like Afro Samurai, but they I don't think they were as bold with their musical choice. I mean, they had some balls, but they weren't Samurai Champloo.
Right.
Oh. Sometimes you just have to cry. Your Lie in April. A movie that we recently just watched, which will be coming out in the U.S. April 7th, Your Name.
That was really good. I
One
really
of the
enjoyed that one.
best anime movies. Just okay. I'm gonna give it an even better one. It's one of the best movies I've watched in the past few years. Not even just anime movies. Just one of the best movies I've watched.
I mean, it
Oh, yes.
Spirited Away.
It is a very bold statement, but I completely back it up. Like, I haven't felt this way about an anime movie since I've watched... I will accept a boat in the middle of this house. Since I've watched, like... I don't know. Grave of the Fireflies. That's one of the last ones that I watched that really got to me the same way. Like, not in the same way, though. Just, I felt like it really had something to say. And I really liked it. And that budget, though.
That budget.
Oh my god, it's one of the prettiest movies ever. Like, the last one I saw that looked anything like it was by the same people, 5 centimeters per second. It was wonderful. All 3 chapters. I mean, I think the 3rd chapter was a little lacking, but or was it the 2nd chapter? I don't know. One of the chapters in that movie was a little lacking, but overall it was excellent. Kirito, you're too late. Doesn't matter. You got your headset. You'll have to do the next one. And also from the chat, Dan was saying that Lord Marksman and Vanadis, I have not watched that. Chain Chronicle, have not watched that. Hellsing Ultimate, just all the Hellsing. Everything Hellsing is just
Chain
really
Chronicle's
good.
Pretty good.
Didn't watch it. What do you?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it.
How many episodes of Chain Chronicle did you watch?
Like 3? 4?
First impressions, what'd you think?
That was good. I was really impressed with where they started the series.
Mm-hmm. How so? What do you mean?
So it starts with a defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it starts where most series end,
Right.
but with the main character losing,
Okay.
like, to the big boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
then
was
it's
pretty
them
cool.
recouping and moving back towards. Which I was impressed with. Not a lot of anime have, like, put themselves out there to lose immediately.
So he was either Alucard from Symphony of the Night or Metro or Samus from any of the Metroid games. Gets his ass kicked in the beginning and then has to get all his power-ups back. Yeah, Dan, Hobo and Rockman, did you watch Chain Chronicle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they watched Chain Chronicle. I haven't watched it yet, but I may check it out. What kind of a setting is it?
Fantasy? Medieval?
Okay, like high fantasy? Or
High fantasy.
Like
No,
D&D.
I wouldn't say high fantasy,
no, just...
because it's not like demi-humans and shit.
Oh, okay. Speaking of demi-humans, oh man. Rockman, how about those demi-chans?
I like that series.
Lovely.
Lovely. Of course, we're talking about the series that just came out for this winter lineup, Interviews with Monster Girls. It's really, really good.
well,
really
Are we
cute.
gonna get to that? It's on my to-watch list.
It's on your to-watch list. Nice. Well, we're still on the some of your favorite anime talking
Yeah.
points, so anything's game for this one. But yeah, Yeah, we'll get to the recommendations and all that stuff later. But anyway, does anybody have anything else they want to throw out there as far as favorite anime are concerned? Something they feel needs to be
I
mentioned?
always butcher it, and you always figure it out. It's the lightning and I think sugar.
Oh, Sweetness and Lightning. Yes.
There you go.
Sweetness and Lightning
That
is
was close.
It
Lightning
was
sugar?
close. It was close. That
Yeah,
is
it's close. It's very close.
that is the definition of a feel-good anime. Just that is it. If you are tired from a long day of work and you just want to decompress, you want to relax, put on Sweetness and Lightning and you will be lulled into a sense of security that only... How old is She-Rock, man? Like 5? Or 4 or 6 or something like that? She's young.
She's like pre-K or something.
Yeah, she's really young and she is the most adorable little girl ever, and yeah, it's the cutest thing ever. And watch it, and it's good, and you will love it, and if you don't, then you're the devil or you're dead inside or both. It's okay. Anybody have anyone else? Anything else?
I got some favorites.
Yeah, throw them out there, dude.
Dot hack.
Dot hack,
one thing
yes.
Yeah, Dot Hack is good. Cyborg 009 is one of my favorites.
Classic.
You know what? I did like Cyborg 009.
I think we all
so-
like that one.
Have you seen the new one yet?
No.
So, there was like
I haven't
a
watched it yet.
movie that was done
Joe,
by the Ghost in
shut
the
up.
Shell team called 009 Re-Cyborg.
Uh-huh.
And it's sort of like, it incorporates a lot of like unusual like biblical themes.
Yeah.
And like it was good, but I would much prefer watching the old series. It was kind of, you know, from a time, the manga was from a period of time where it's some of the character designs might be deemed what we would call racist today.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like only old school anime could be.
yeah. So I was a really big fan of that, and part of it is one of the things I enjoyed the most in anime are things that are team-based, and which moves on to my next point of Ruby. Not explicitly an anime, but it's sort of like that, along with Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra are sort of like how we in the West would approach making a series that is anime-like.
Yeah, they're heavily anime influenced.
Yes. So I really enjoy action ones that are team based.
Mm-hmm.
And then mecha, I'm a really big fan of mecha anime. So Knights of Sidonia is one that I've unexpectedly enjoyed off of Netflix.
I still
then,
need to finish that.
And then from the Gundam category, specifically Gundam Wing and then Gundam Build Fighters were. my
You
two
didn't
most
mention G
recent ones.
Gundam, the best Gundam series ever?
I did not.
Fucking
I did not watch
Gundam
G
nerd.
Gundam. So.
And
I did not watch it, so I couldn't tell you whether or not I liked it.
just all you need to know is it's the best. And we're getting a bunch of people in chat just saying names of anime. Let's see. Rise of the Neuroclan series. No clue, Dan. No clue. My Hero Academia. I really enjoyed that one.
I did like that one. Yep.
They did a great job with that one. Did anyone else watch that other than Hobo and myself?
Joe did.
Nope.
Joe?
Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed that one.
Retro,
I
did you watch that
the
one?
episodes with me.
Okay, and then we've got Trinity 7. I liked Trinity 7. They did an okay job. It's one of those harem series, and I really have to be in the mood to watch a harem series. But overall, I think they did an
get
okay
that.
job. Yeah.
You can't just be like, I'm gonna watch Sekirei. Like, no, you gotta.
You don't just watch Sekirei. Let's be honest here. Tokyo Ghoul. Okay, I don't have a problem with Tokyo Ghoul. I have a problem with Tokyo Ghoul's fandom.
I get that.
Like, yeah. No, I'll agree, Dan. It's definitely a one-time watch as far as Trinity 7 is concerned. And then there's Seven Deadly Sins. I haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins, but I read the manga.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I watched it. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. From what I could tell from people that I've talked to about Seven Deadly Sins, they did the characters really, really well. They did how their relationships were very, very well. All that stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
And Dan, that's not a bad idea to ignore the fandom of all series. It's not a bad idea. But sometimes it just can't be avoided. Sometimes they're pervasive, to say the least. It just depends on, the series. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Log Horizon.
Yes.
Log Horizon.
Like almost anything in that genre trope, I'm probably a fan of. The whole, transported to a mythical world or whatever, be it video game or otherwise. That's all good.
Yeah.
One that I have to mention in that trope genre type is Outbreak Company. That one I feel is really, really good to watch if you're looking for that style of game of anime. Sorry, getting all my wires crossed here. It's really good if
my
you're.
fault.
It's all good. It's all good. It's really good as far as that trope is concerned. Mostly because it focuses on not so much I'm going to go to this alternate world and I'm going to be a hero and yada yada yada. It's a kid going to this world and being an otaku nerd, and that is why he is brought to that other world. Plot points notwithstanding, I won't go any more into it because if I do, it'll be spoilers. But it is what it is.
Yeah, the reason I really liked Log Horizon too is it was different. It dealt with more like the politics and them coming to terms with it than just the action.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Sword Art, people like Sword Art. I like Sword Art, but it did get a lot about just the action most of the time. Where Log Horizon was something different.
I enjoyed Sword Art up to a point. And I still do, but there are some things that they fell into fan expectations, I think, and that it ruined certain things about it.
Like becoming a harem anime?
Well, yeah, and Kirito being a god, and the whole point of the first season, it was the death game, the death game. It was the death game. So you die and there's consequences. You die in real life. Hey, cool. But it got to
that, they were just kind of like, oh, what do we do with it now?
It wasn't even that. It was in the middle of the whole death game that they got rid of everything. Who's playing a game right now? What is that clicking sound?
Hey, it's Retro playing COD.
Yo. It's probably Rockman. Actually, he's probably running around outside being a dingus. Rockman, get back in here and stop doing things.
Doing anything?
Someone's doing something. Anyway,
It's not me.
Well, I'm not doing anything yet. He keeps doing things in the house.
right. But the point in Sword Art, which I lost a lot of faith in it, is when Yui
transitioned to like Alpine.
No, when Yui died. And fucking Kirito's like, oh, I've got lead hacksaw skills, and he revives her out of nowhere. It took all the consequences away from death from the series from that point on.
It was like Batman being lost in time. Is that it wasn't just about how do characters cope with loss? How do they grieve? How do they move on?
Yeah, and it completely nullified all of that because from that point on, I knew that Kirito and everyone that was a major player, they were safe. They weren't going to be touched. And
basically, there was nothing that was going to happen afterward that could have been of any permanent or serious consequence.
Yeah, the plot armor was too thick, and it took a lot of the draw away. It's like if you watched Game of Thrones, and I'm bringing that up again. It's like if you watched Game of Thrones, and there were no, everyone in what's one of the prominent houses, Henry?
Stark.
Sure, them. If anyone in that house couldn't die because they were important to the plot. It's like, what's the point? Exactly, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
You can't have a favorite. That's fucking Akame got killed right there.
Yeah.
Well, except for the main character of the title, but yeah. Except her, she can't die. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Baki the Grappler, the old one, didn't watch that one. Kiniichi, the Mightiest Disciple, I actually read that one. I love that series. Wonderful series. Blue Exorcist, I really enjoyed Blue Exorcist. I'm not a big fan of the whole Kyoto arc that they're doing right now, because it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Assassination Classroom. Okay, the thing with Blue Exorcist and the whole Kyoto arc is, one, I wanted a continuation of the series. This is not a continuation of the series. It takes place in the middle of season 1, after like episode 9, I think, or something like that. And, well, okay, I'm okay with the animation change. That's fine. But I don't really like, and it's the most picky thing ever to not like, but I don't like that they changed up the costumes for some of the characters. It's the dumbest thing, I know, but it's just one of those things I can't help but see it and notice it, and it doesn't make any sense continuity-wise. But yeah, and also I'm tired of what's-his-face's brother always being on, like, oh, I'm scared of my brother, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. We already solved that shit.
Wait. Are you sure it's not a continuation?
It's not a continuation.
Talk about the end of that.
It's not a continuation.
Where, like, he goes fucking apeshit crazy fighting the final dude.
Well, maybe later on and they make reference, but in the beginning of the series, it's not a continuation.
Like the second or third episode, they talk about it.
Talk about it, or they show flashbacks? Because the timeline that they set up in the first episode, unless the first episode doesn't follow the timeline, is that what happens?
I'm not too sure. I haven't watched first episode in a while, but they definitely make reference to him losing control and going berserk to kill Satan.
Well, yeah, that they did that in the first episode or the second episode of the original series. Are you talking about the end when his brother becomes a demon?
Yeah, they show that shit too.
Because in the Kyoto arc, he's not a demon.
Right.
But he should be because he can't turn it off.
Well, the Rin? Yeah, he has like his tail and shit now.
No, not Rin. Yuki, Yuki, his brother. He's also a demon.
Is he?
Yeah.
Way to pay attention to the story.
Anyway.
Plot twist!
Plot twist! No, The Familiar of Zero, I didn't watch that one, Kirito. Did not watch that one. But yeah, anyway. Favorite genres. Let's go into that one next. Who's got some favorite genres? I think that Retromancer said one earlier. You want to elaborate?
Oh yeah, dude, slice of life, man. No real major plot points. Just kind of people hanging out, doing their thing. I'm a big fan of Moe shit. So.
Hell yeah, Moe.
I like your girl doing cute things.
I'm all about that.
I think we all are.
I want to see.
Demony things.
You want to see them rolling around on the floor asking for ice cream?
I see. Let's see. Completely skipped over Hunter x Hunter and Assassination Classroom. Didn't I say Assassination Classroom?
You did say Assassination.
Yeah, I did mention Assassination Classroom and Hunter x Hunter. You weren't listening, Dan. I already talked about those. I just don't have strong feelings on them. Does anyone have strong feelings?
Assassination Classroom.
Rockman, you're
No.
terrifying me right now. Stop it. Yeah, I mean, okay, Assassination Classroom was cool. It had a good idea. It was original. I'll give it that. Not so much the setting. The setting wasn't original at all.
Set in a classroom? You're crazy. You're crazy.
You know what? I was so wrong. You're right. Most original anime of all time, Assassination Classroom. Where did they get the ideas? No, but and as far as Hunter x Hunter is concerned, I haven't watched it because
I've never watched it either.
Okay, my whole thing with shonen anime is I'll wait. My whole thing with shonen anime is like 80% of the time they're, I don't know, minimum 250 episodes or some bullshit.
Yeah, they're exhausting.
They are exhausting. I can't put in the time like I used to watch, anime like that because when I watch anime, I marathon them. I binge them. I watch like 12 episodes in a day or two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
But I
You want to
can't.
know you're getting a complete story.
Yeah, I don't want to dedicate hundreds of hours to a series. Like the last time I did that was with Bleach, and that it just ended up disappointing. So, yeah. That's
like One
Do you feel
Piece,
like the
dude.
longer.
I
the
like
longer
Oh
One Piece
my
a lot.
god,
I enjoy it.
Rockman, are you still watching? Are you still watching One Piece?
Yes.
Of course, you're still
Okay.
watching One Piece.
I fucking gave up on trying to watch One Piece. Like, I like One Piece, but I just can't sit and watch another 400 episodes.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
And it's like it's filler, and it's not. It's
Yeah. No, Dan,
There was like only like 2 fillers that I saw,
I'm not versed
3.
with One Piece enough
but
to
they were
add to
they
it.
were like feudal lore kind of thing, like way back in Japan.
You're a feudal
really
lord
cool.
back in Japan.
Ooh, burn.
Sick burn, I know.
yeah. Put the claws away. Jesus.
Let's see. The Ancient Magnus's Bride. That's one episode, man. That's not even binging. Fuck you. Did you just... Would you just fucking throw at me?
He made you invisible. I can still see your
Some
wings
good ones
though.
to, if you really want to binge, though.
Ah, Kyle's
some good
gone!
ones
Ridiculous.
was,
Anyway.
Psycho Mob 100 and
Mob
Punch Man.
Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho 100. Yeah.
You fucking
But
poser.
Those were really,
Yeah,
those
both,
were really
both
good
of
to
those
binge.
animes are really good and easy to binge.
Yes. No. Like, okay. It was a while before I watched Mob Psycho. I just didn't get around to it. I just kept putting it off, kept putting it off, kept putting it off. And then one day I was just like, I'll watch the first episode. 6 hours later, oh no, I watched everything. Is that the sun? We'll have you join next time, Kirito. I don't want to reset anything up and interrupt the stream because that's bullshit. So fucking deal with it. And as far as favorite genres are concerned, I also have a soft spot for slice of life as well. But more than that, comedy and all the things that go with comedy. And that includes romance, action, slice of life, and even some horror anime also have the comedy as well. And as far as why, for me, I like good comedy. What can I say? Special, special mention goes to Nichijou, of course. Nichijou. Okay, if you watch Nichijou and you don't laugh, you are dead. You are dead inside. You don't watch anime anymore because you're done. You're done. You're done, son. That and also, Daily Lives of High School Boys. If you guys have never heard of Daily Lives in High School Boys, look it up. It takes the trope. Yeah, it takes the trope of the high school setting, but you never see the high school. It's awesome.
Like the reverse
yeah.
slice of life.
It is in a lot of ways. It's basically just meta for the sake of being meta at some points of it. Yeah.
It's almost satire in a way.
Like, honestly, that's one of the better ways you can describe it. The way that they do it is they do segment by segment by segment of just funny moments, a few times an episode, and a lot of it is just satire for various situations, and I really appreciate it. Does anybody else
watch this?
It's so good. I have the whole series. Next time you come by, you can borrow it.
Totally, yeah. I'm really into this right now.
You will be. You still have to look up XXX Holic. That one.
That's one thing I was going to touch on later, but yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for also stealing your thunder. Jesus, Kyle, why don't you get some original ideas? Jesus. Anyway.
I don't know. We've talked about a lot of this stuff before because, we've known each other for years and we talk about this stuff on a regular basis, so...
Yeah. Kirito and Asuna. That's actually a good question that I didn't think of, and I feel like an idiot for not thinking of it. I'll go ahead and throw that in here since we're on the topic of favorite stuff. Anyway,
favorite couple.
Yeah, we could do power couple rankings. No, no, it's there's only one answer to that. It's Taiga and Ryuji from Toradora. That's the only couple. Sorry, it's the only couple that matters. That's it. No, it's what's your least favorite anime, And anybody have anything to throw in for least favorite anime? I've got a few things that I didn't watch them all, but I know that I don't
Gundam.
like them. What?
Gundam.
Which one?
All of them.
Right?
Fuck you.
Alright. You're saying that just to be spiteful. There's no way you can hate all of Gundam.
There's not an actual like anime that I've watched that I've just hated or disliked, but genre-wise, I really can't get into like the sports ones that much.
See, that's because you haven't watched the right one. Ice Shield 21. Haikyuu. Come on, bro. All Out, I hear, is good.
Prince of Tennis. Free.
Prince of Tennis!
No,
Oh!
that one I will give
Yo.
because that was stupid as fuck.
You're stupid as fuck, you Gundam-hating piece of shit.
Someone's got the feelings.
Dude, Prince of Tennis was hella good. Baby Steps. What? Baby Steps. So good. Feel good sports anime slice of life. Love it. So good. Stop killing me. Get the fuck away from me. Yes, Joe's wrong. 100% Joe's wrong. Way to go, Joe. Hobo, what about you? Any anime that you just don't like?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Like,
It's hard to
there's a lot
put.
of
It's
animation.
it's hard to
Like
remember
this-
the things that you don't want to remember.
Yeah, like, I mean, there are anime styles that I do not like to watch.
And that could be
Like,
enough. That could be enough.
Like, I tend to not like the 3D anime.
Hate it. The new Berserk.
Like the
Oh
new
my
season
god.
of Berserk, yep.
Oh my
Yep,
God.
I knew exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah, no, I knew exactly where you were going with that. And I have another one to add as far as the whole CG, like pseudo 3D bullshit. Handshakers. It was new for this this lineup for winter 2017, and holy shit, it's real bad. I shit you not, 15 minutes of the first episode, and I could not
That
continue.
bad?
It was so bad. Ugh. Oh, and Dan, no, Black Butler, real good. I'm a fan of Black Butler.
Yeah, like Black Butler. Like a lot.
And I even like the second season. I know. I know.
Unpopular opinions.
Unpopular opinions. Da 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 da. Yeah, no, but I like Black Butler. Did anyone else watch Black Butler?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I tried, but I couldn't get into it.
I could see you not getting into that. I don't think Dan likes Black Butler, and you're wrong, Dan. Way to go. Congratulations, you were incorrect. He says, no, unsubscribed, unfollowed. Well, then I wouldn't want you here anyway.
I've got something I don't like very much.
Yeah, what's up?
So maybe not specifically so much a genre as a style that we kind of touched on a moment ago. Is I don't like stuff that is like gory. As
see,
a
that's one of my
specific example.
favorites.
Yeah, see, so a specific example is back in high school.
So we're going
I
back to
was
Berserk again.
introduced- Okay.
I like those guys.
So Elfen Lied. I was introduced to Elfen Lied in high school,
Oh.
and the only thing I can remember from it is
A puppy getting
a
its
little
skull
girl-
beaten?
No, it was like a little girl in like a wheelchair who's got like a bunch of invisible arms and she's tearing people's limbs off. And I remember it's like watching it for probably just a few minutes before saying, I don't want to see any more of this. I can't do it.
It's good you didn't
It's
continue
just-
with that. A dog, like, straight up dies.
Yeah, and that would send me into a depression spiral. So,
Well, then don't watch that then.
yeah, so is it anime that is like really gory and bloody and explicit like that is just something that I want nothing to do with.
So shows like
Berserk.
another Berserk,
Overlord?
Overlord. Well, no, was Overlord
I
like?
wouldn't say Overlord.
Yeah,
There's some blood in there.
some blood.
Okay, when you say
we're
some
talking.
blood, that's inappropriate for the conversation.
Yeah, we're talking
someone
like
looking at it
gore
like
for the sake of
dismemberment.
gore. Like,
Yeah, I'm talking about dismemberment, disembowelment. It's
Like-
like
JoJo
body
Bizarre
horror.
Adventure.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Actually, yes.
that's just excessive violence. That's not gore.
No, dude, there is straight up gore in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yo, Brando, man, he's the best.
Like there is legit gore in that show. Like people getting
You can go
dismembered. entrails
Give
falling
you
out and shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
episode
that-
for you to watch.
That is stuff that I want nothing to do with.
So we'll just have to
That's
sit
the thing.
down one day and we'll have to watch Shiki. Got it. Okay, that's fine.
Like, can you watch the movie Saw, or are you just not a fan of gore?
I'm not a fan of gore, animated or otherwise.
And yet, I bet one of his most searched porns is total like gore snuff. Kyle, tell me you're not into Guro. Don't lie to me.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, there you go. That's solid.
Is that what they eat you, or?
No, that's vor. Guro is just it's gore. Yeah.
I don't know what any of this is, by
Yeah.
the way. I'm just agreeing with you. So
It's what it sounds like. Yeah.
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 I've watched it for, curiosity's sake.
And
and now the FBI
Science,
is on
yeah,
your
of
tail.
course.
it's exactly what it sounds like, yes. It's torture porn, like literally. That's it.
Yeah, that's just something I'm not into. Gore, excessive violence, torture. That stuff is just
And that's
not-
why they
not
have
at all my
slice of life. Oh.
thing. I know, which it is what Richard was talking about, and I have some things for like recommendations and things that I enjoy in that category too. So
Well, we'll get there. Okay, so
I know.
the big question that I have for us tonight. How do you guys feel about the sudden in air quotations, mainstream appeal towards anime, and whether you guys think it's a good thing or not, and what do you think it means as far as the future of anime and the culture in general? As far as
Shut up.
As far as a Western view, like U.S.
So I definitely have some feelings on it.
Go for it. Let me know your feelings.
So my thing with that is that as it becomes more of a social norm, it's also going to become watered down.
Okay.
Certain tropes will become less, other ones will become more. Like, okay, we all know fan service is abundant.
You
Like,
son of a
right?
bitch.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But as it becomes more westernized, obviously it's probably going to be censored. They're gonna stop with a lot of the fan service.
Mm-hmm,
I'm not saying, lessen fan service isn't a bad thing or anything like that. Just saying it's one of those tropes that it's funny in some instances.
No, yeah, some shows
You still
have
wanna have
pulled
the
it off
option to see it.
accordingly.
You don't want to have it taken away from you.
Yeah. And then what always happens with Western release is they
Will you
always
fucking stop it,
censor up
Rockman?
a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not just like with anime; it's with video games too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. One
'Cause we
Piece
have a more
was
conservative audience.
One Piece was censored. Yes, I remember that.
Well,
Yep.
and kind of on a similar topic, it's just kind of like one of the big differences between like American and Japanese audiences is that for America is that we're okay with gratuitous violence, but discussions of sex are taboo. In Japan, it's quite the opposite.
I mean, it's just like that's one of my concerns with it is it'll water down the current volumes of anime.
Okay.
Like even if
And
they
so-
go into old ones like Dragon Ball Z Kai, let's bring that one up.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. They completely spoiled it for the newer generations that wanted to watch it.
That's pretty true.
So it's
Yeah,
like
they
took
that is
all
a
the
pretty
dismemberment, all
classic
the blood
example. Yeah, that's a pretty classic example of watering down.
Yeah. They took out all the best parts and left the worst.
Well, they removed all the blood and made all the blood skin colored, so you can still see the outlines, but none of the actual blood.
That's even
They
weird.
took out some
that makes it very
dismemberments.
weird.
No, it does. They
Just a
took
bunch
out
of
a
skin
lot
falling
of
off
time in the
people?
fight scenes too.
They made it so that Yamcha couldn't get Yamcha'd.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a try hard.
Dragon Ball has had some weird stuff, like Hell became HFIL, the Home for Infinite Losers,
Yeah.
and yeah, kind of going back to what Hobo was talking about is with the whole thing about it being censored here when it's being brought over is that instead of encouraging us to take a look at what we consider to be taboo and what we don't, is that instead of like really questioning whether or not it should be this way and being open to our attitudes changing on the subject, instead of just being no, this is the way things are, this is the way they will stay, and therefore we will do this to this.
I get that.
The American way.
So okay. My opinion on this is actually kind of the opposite of yours, Hopo. Get the fuck out of here, Rockman. Stop it. Just stop it. Sit the fuck down and stop it. Okay.
Next episode.
Okay. So, as far as the whole perceived sudden mainstream appeal for anime / otaku culture, overall, I think it's a good thing. The reason why I think overall it's a good thing, is it means that anime in general, I feel, is being more accepted as something that not only lonely losers in their mother's basement, shameless plug, by the way, for Mother's Basement, a YouTube channel that does talks on anime. It's a wonderful channel. But I feel like it opens it up so that it's not expected of, like I said, losers in their mother's basements. And I think that because it's being more accepted to a wider audience, people are actually giving it a chance. It opens it up to brand new series that might not have been made or just brought over to the West in general. And of course that includes bad ones, like what I mentioned earlier, Handshakers, and this other one that came out, another one with shitty 3D graphics, Kimono Friends. Those ones were horrible. But because of, I feel, the mainstream appeal that it might have now, series like Erased or Tanya and the Saga of Evil, those ones are getting released. Ones that, when you write it down, like in words, some of them, they sound a little boring, or like they've been done, or yada yada yada, whatever. But in practice, they were amazing. Who here has watched Erased, other than me?
I've never even heard of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
No? God damn it! All right. It's a fairly popular series, and it got it like during Crunchyroll's Anime Awards, it got several nominations for best story, hero, yada yada all that stuff. So it's pretty popular, and I think this was last year that Erased came out, but it was great. And then Tanya and the Saga of Evil that came out this year. That was a winter release, I believe, and it's great art style, great voice acting. The character itself, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think at this point it doesn't even matter. The character itself had a really, really interesting plot, I guess, dynamic
Totally
introduced.
agree.
Yeah, and I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming.
Nope.
They set up the character wonderfully so that she could stand on her own, and then they layered it more with, the actual, what's going on with the actual character herself. And I think they did a great job, and I'm not sure if those series would have come out and gotten the critical acclaim or even the budget and the backing for, this kind of a release. Because I'm sure that, the Western audiences, they're also pumping money into these series nowadays. And all those ones, like Erased and Tanya and the Saga of Evil, they didn't wholly change the formula. They weren't wholly original, but they were still entertaining in their own regard. And, like I said, I feel like, 10 years ago, they wouldn't have come out. And I think that's something that's worth noting as far as mainstream appeal is concerned, and, what it can lead to as far as options are concerned. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Is anybody else have anything on that?
I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you talk about anime to people that don't watch anime, there's an immediate taboo that crosses their mind.
I completely know what you're talking about.
It's like you see it on their face.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear it when they talk in response to you, like that's in a foreign language. That's a cartoon. That's
subtitles.
Oh. Yeah.
One of those Chinese cartoons.
But
Exactly.
I've talked to people who don't watch anime, and they just think it's bizarre to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
anime.
But for every one of them, I find 5 other people that I never would have expected to enjoy anime, but they do.
Because you're closet anime.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't be super open about it because you get judged for it.
But they are being more open with it. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays,
because of this boom.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why I'm saying, it's a good thing. You can find, fans of, series and stuff like that you watch, and you can have an almost like a community to with open arms to welcome people, and I feel that that's pretty important.
It's kind of like working at like a local video game store, for instance. You have a lot in common with these people that come in, so you immediately have something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to make friends when you have such common, profound ground.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this is of anything. This is of course profound.
Zanzi.
What? No Chan?
Zanzi Chan.
I mean, hell, just look at indie game developers nowadays.
Yeah, right.
Is that a bad thing, though? Basically forced. Yeah.
Captain Planet.
There, Captain Planet. Corey in the house, of course. I mean, you have to mention Corey in the house. Mm-hmm.
Pokemon.
And not even just anime, just anything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The options that we have to us nowadays is just it's staggering in a lot of ways, but it's freeing as well, especially when you look at like you said people our age, we didn't have internet when we were growing up, or if we did, it was kind of laughable to say the least. Just
some of us didn't have broadband until we were in like high school.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, just having the options and knowing, it's going to sound really stupid, but knowing where we came from and having the options that we do, I think that also
it provides
plays
an appreciation that a lot of people probably don't have.
Oh, definitely.
Like if someone who's introduced to anime with Crunchyroll, here's a service that has 99% of things that you could watch, but probably one of the 1% stuff you'll come across then you'll enjoy.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? I've got Crunchyroll, and I've watched probably 70% of the shows on there. At least one episode of them, just because I can. And I love that I have the options for that. And it's really cool. Having the luxury to sit there and go, what do I want to watch? Oh, there's so much to watch. I don't know what to watch. That's such a first world problem. But yeah. I'm glad that I have it, though.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. But
it used to be like, I want to watch anime. Well, what's on Toonami?
Exactly. Yeah. What's Tom got to show me today?
Yeah. All right, Steve Bloom, show me what you got.
Keep talking, but I will be right back.
All right.
Didn't Tom get makeovers
he did.
All the time?
Yeah, he got a couple. He got a couple makeovers.
There was the intruder story, and then they had Tom 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom worked out.
he got swole. Tom got swole. But one of my favorites from Toonami has to be, well, of course, there's Bleach. The first maybe 2 arcs of Bleach were good, and then after that, it got regrettably bad. But it is what it is. But Rurouni Kenshin Rurouni Kenshin has got to be one of my favorites.
Rurouni Kenshin and Gundam Wing were my first introduction to anime.
Yeah, a lot of people's were. You know, if you're not talking, Pokemon and just straight Dragon Ball. Those.
Well, I mean, that was Saturday morning.
Oh yeah,
But like Rurouni Kenshin Gundam Wing, that was that was like after school, probably slightly more mature.
Yep.
Slightly.
And yeah.
When I first started watching anime, it was actually in Spanish.
Oh yeah. What do they call Hercule? Mr. Satan. There it is. It's classic.
Senor Satan.
Senor Satan. Senor Satan.
Senor Satan-san.
Mm-hmm. It's basically saying Mr. Satan.
So the precursor to like bo.
Oh Jesus! Bo. That fucking show. That show.
How many bows there are? Anyway,
Show
I'm
is
sorry to continue.
ridiculous.
It's dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. So,
No.
Spanish Satan.
No, Spanish Hercule.
Right.
Spanish Hercule. Yeah, as far as that's concerned. Does anybody have anything else to say as far as the whole mainstream appeal and all that stuff?
I've got kind of something on that.
Go for it.
Let's hear it.
So, as far as like anime becoming more mainstream, I don't think it's necessarily right now we can view it as either good or bad. It's just kind of like it could go either way. There might be a mix of both. Kind of one of the things is not just anime, but like things that arise out of anime, things like cosplay, that we've already seen to get kind of popular here in the West from people who got into it because of they start from their crafting ability and their enjoyment making the costumes instead of arising out of their love for the character and the series.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
And promoting cosplay as a form of escapism, as opposed to like something that you almost feel compelled to do because of your love for a character or a series.
Okay.
I feel like maybe not now, but I feel like it's certainly going in the direction of it becoming so ubiquitous that it kind of either starts to lose or has lost its meaning or significance. Is that it used to be like, oh yeah, I'm a cosplayer. Oh cool. Tell me more. But now it's like I'm a cosplayer. Like, yep, you are.
Who isn't?
Yeah. I think it's especially for women, it's becoming almost a one-for-one thing. Is that it used to be like, oh, I'm a girl and I cosplay. That's really cool. I'm a guy and I cosplay. But now it's like, I'm a girl. Oh, you must be a cosplayer.
Yeah, it's almost expected from a lot of angles, and I agree. That's unfortunate that it's gotten to that point. One of the things that I have an issue with is. And it's not even an issue, really. It's, and I don't want to say that they're not fans because that is also the wrong thing to say. But whenever you go
you feel like they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, like it feels like they're doing it for the wrong reasons, or they're being paid to do it. That kind of thing. It's gonna sound hypocritical for me to say this. Because I've got a YouTube channel. I obviously have ads for my YouTube, but as far as being sponsored to do the cosplay, Rockman, go into your corner now. It's like when you see booth babes at a convention. Retro, back me up here.
Which thankfully are basically not permitted now.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with cons out and out saying, okay, you can't be wearing these salacious outfits and stuff like that. Well, why not? That's what the character wears. It's on all these posters and everything. I hate that.
Yeah, she breathes through her skin.
Exactly. She breathes through her skin. Leave quiet alone.
Band-aids over your nipples.
Yeah, right? Seriously. What is it with dudes having to wear band-aids on their nipples? Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking stupid. It's It's ridiculous. See, I'm just salty because that one time that Ian and I dressed up as Titans, they made us do that, and it
And they
looked
made you take
stupid.
advantage of your nipple.
It looked so dumb. It looked
It
so
did.
stupid.
But yet they let the guy, the pyramid head, walk around.
It's because we did our due diligence and we asked when we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You know, we tried to follow the rules and no one else was. So
Yeah.
maybe, probably, but I think
it still wouldn't have looked right.
although if I had done that, I would have been a couple years ahead of Crablante from One Punch Man. So. So there's that.
Before One Punch Man.
Exactly.
I can't take this off. I have crab claws.
I've got crab claws. I can't rub this off. So we all watched One Punch Man, right?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Retro, did you watch it? Okay. Cool. Just
watched
wanted
it
to
with
double
us,
check
I
that.
think.
Just wanted to double check that. I couldn't remember if somebody
And
hadn't watched
discussion.
it.
Did you watch it? Yep. All right, moving on.
All right. Well, okay. Let's be honest here. Does anything really need to be said about One Punch Man?
It's awesome.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
I mean, the only thing that you can really
Everyone should
mention
watch it.
is that it's going the same route as like Madoka Magica, where it's a genre deconstruction. But even then, can you really? Although I think I'm the only one that has thoughts on that, judging by this, pregnant silence. But it's okay. That'll be a discussion for another time, apparently. Anyway. Okay, so how well versed, other than myself, is anybody in the 2017 winter lineup of anime?
I think it's just you, really.
Can't really follow you there. I'm sorry.
All right, I think that's only me. So we'll leave that topic for another time. But I will say that I'm not impressed with this season so far. But whatever, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so one of the other things that I wanted to get into. Okay, in your guys' opinion, for a new person getting into anime, what are some pieces of advice, or just piece of advice, that you would give to help facilitate a comfortable first-time viewing experience? Dive right in. Yo! Queen's Blade. Let's talk about fan service for a second, about that Queen's Blade, though. Keijo. Okay. Keijo, I think, is a series that did fan service well. Did anyone else watch Keijo?
No.
I did not.
Okay. Rockman, what do you think? Do you think they did fan service well in that?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. That's all you need to hear. Awkward laughing and a yes. Okay. So, anybody else have any advice? I've got one, but if anybody else has one.
Just
Wait. Sorry. In regards to what?
The best piece of advice you could give to someone that would be getting into anime for the first time. What would what do you think would be the best piece of advice you could give them?
I
out
definitely
what they
disagree with
like.
dumping in
One
the
at a
deep
time,
end.
please. Hobo?
Okay, I'll go. I definitely disagree with diving through the deep end.
Okay.
I would say start with something like Seven Deadly Sins, for example. It's really moderate. It's nothing crazy. It's an easy idea to follow and easy characters, not a lot of fan service. It's not gratuitous.
Okay.
It'd just be easy to watch for new people to anime.
All right, so, yeah. Basically what Dan just said in the chat. Dan said, start with short, easy series to see what types of genres you like and go for the longer series after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, right.
yeah, there's so much to it. Whether it be drama, action, yeah.
Yeah, there, 9 times out of 10, there's a 1-to-1 equivalent as far as Western to, anime genres are concerned. There are some exceptions, but overall, yeah, the general genres, yeah, I could say that you've got a point there. A pretty fair point. There's always a Western analog for every Japanese genre out there. Anybody else?
I would just add that if you have a friend or someone you know who is already into anime, maybe not like like super far like down the rabbit hole. You just ask them for recommendations, because like if it's just you on your own having no idea about like what to watch or where to get started, that can be a little intimidating. So maybe try to like consult online. I'm sure there are a variety of forums or people who like to talk about that, and you try to find something that that looks like something you'll enjoy. We have the internet at our fingertips, so if you see something you might like, jot it down, see if you can look up the pilot episode, and if you're into it, give it a shot.
I completely agree with that. Getting recommendations is really important. And even if you don't want to go the online route, chances are somebody that likes anime, and you could probably trust their opinion.
They probably have it on DVD.
Yeah, probably. Probably. So most of my points, or most of my tips or whatever, were basically said by everyone else, thankfully. And the only other thing I'll add is that, and I've said this before, I think that there is an anime for everyone. You just haven't watched it yet. I think that's a very important topic to discuss with someone that might be thinking about anime, because this goes hand in hand with, looking for a genre and going for a broader sense of the genre, like Retro said. This goes hand in hand with looking for recommendations, like Scientist said. All those, easing into it as well, looking for which genres to go for. You will find something that you like. And
also, if you think you find a genre, sorry to interrupt, but if you think you find a genre that you will enjoy, but you find a series that you don't like, it doesn't mean every other series in that genre is going to be like it. There are slice of life animes that are sufficiently different from each other to where, even if you didn't like K-On!, you might enjoy Orange.
Orange is another great one to mention. That was said in the chat a couple times. Yeah.
High School of the Dead.
Let's see. High School of the Dead. Yeah, no, I mean, if
I thought we weren't talking about fan service.
Just skip like episode 4 or 5.
How to start? How to get into anime?
Honestly, High School of the Dead isn't a bad place to start, because there are so many Western references in it.
Yeah, and also it's a pretty good representative sample of like different components of different genres all combined into one. So even if you find that, hey, I'm not super interested in the interaction between characters, but I like seeing, them, slice people and then shoot them, it's like, oh, then you want to, maybe move somewhere in that direction.
And to go a little bit more into that, it also has all of the generic character archetypes at your disposal in one spot.
There's nothing deep or complex about High School of the Dead. It wears itself on its sleeve.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You could watch, I'm not even kidding, the title tells you everything you need to know about the anime, and if that appeals to you even slightly, you might enjoy it. If you like action, if you like zombies, you're good. And what do you mean horrible boob physics, Dan? Shut up.
There's no
you
such
love
thing as
them.
horrible boob physics.
Exactly.
Those are just boob physics.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 and 2 had it right.
That's right.
Dead or alive? I'm just saying. Just set their age up to 99. You're good.
As high as that counter will go.
Yep. As high as it'll go, as high as those boobs will bounce. So, let's go ahead and get into anime recommendations. Who's got something that they would love to recommend? Not even to just a new time person, just something that you would want to recommend.
High School of the Dead.
Okay, Rockman's got High School of the Dead then.
Yeah. No Game, No Life.
No Game, No Life. Yes.
I'm still mad about that.
We're all still mad
Everyone
about
is.
that.
But that's what makes it such a good anime to watch.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's just like Payday.
Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming.
Season 2, coming soon, guys.
Soulless Scientist, what about you? Anime recommendations, what you got?
A couple recommendations. So if you like the supernatural, maybe check out Parasite. For
Ooh.
the Mecha, Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. If you're kind of more into slice of life, Orange, which I'm currently watching, and something I have yet to watch, but I really want to, Robotics Notes.
Nichijou. Slice of life. Nichijou.
What? And then also something if you want like a really like deep and emotional story, it's a movie, not like a series, but Wolf Children and Summer Wars are really good.
Oh, Summer Wars! I just watched that.
Wars.
I just watched that last
Summer
night.
Wars is really good.
Yeah, Wolf Children and Summer Wars I cannot recommend highly enough.
Glass Fleet.
What was that?
Glass Fleet.
Glass Fleet? Haven't watched it.
Yeah. It's in space. Thought you would like it.
I may. I like space things. Would you like to describe it a little bit?
Knights of Sidonia.
Knights of Sidonia? Yeah.
Well, I
Which, by the way,
recommend
is a
actually,
really good intro.
Yeah.
for
Watched on
people who
YouTube.
really haven't got into like anime in general, movies-wise, is Studio Ghibli, like Miyazaki movies.
Goes without
Away.
saying at this point. I feel like
Well, yeah.
I feel like
Because
those.
they're so ubiquitous.
Yeah, you can't help but know about them. And for good
You
reason.
don't
They're
even think of them
excellent.
as anime; they're just movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up.
is.
Yeah, actually.
Then his most recent one, The Wind Rises, is really, really fantastic.
You gotta calm down, Dan.
Wind
I can only
Rises was
read the
good.
chat so much. Let's see. Dan says a series that I'd suggest to people who want a little bit of everything: Angel Beats, and I agree. I agree. Angel Beats has almost. If you have strong opinions on Angel Beats, let me know about your opinions on Angel Beats.
It should have been 24 episodes long.
Oh my god, right? Holy shit, the character development in that show. Dude, straight up. But I wanted to care about them. I wanted to care about them so much. They got gypped so hard, and it's so frustrating.
They got Fireflied.
Oh. Firefly is a topic for a completely different day.
What the hell's Firefly?
Shut the fuck up.
You're gonna
Our
evoke
friendship
some
is
real
hinging on
nasty
this now.
emotions there, Rockman. Strongly recommend you take a step back.
Ridiculous.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
No, but yeah, no. The strong opinions on Angel Beats. That'll be the next topic for the next video. We're just gonna talk about Angel Beats for the next hour. It'll just be Retromancer and I just yelling at each other about how much we want things to change, and it never will, because at the time the publishers didn't have enough faith in the product, so that's why they only gave them 12 episodes, and it's not like we're ever gonna get a companion OVA to go with it or anything. So no, it's fine. It's fine. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. Fist of the North Star is a very interesting recommendation, Dan. If you like action movies,
Never watched that.
and Hobo, you like JoJo, you would love Fist of the North Star. The only thing to get past with Fist of the North Star is the dated art style. But if you can get past that, you will enjoy it. You know the whole thing from JoJo where they go, oh, no, 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 no. That whole thing?
Yes.
They got that from Fist of the North Star. Yeah. Straight up. Straight up. Sometimes it works. Like I rewatched Blue Gender not too long ago. Yo. It's a little dated,
That's one I have to finish.
but it holds up really well. It holds up really well. Has anyone watched Ninja Scroll? No?
No, sorry.
No one? Okay. Classic example. It's about ninjas and a war and stuff.
He'll get there. Relax.
Well, I don't really think I need to go into it, because, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, it is what it is. But the only thing I want to say with that one is I would recommend it. However, don't watch the movie before you watch the series, because if you watch the movie, it'll ruin the series for you, because the movie is so much better than the series. Watch the series first, then watch the movie. That's all I have to say about that. The movie had such a higher budget than the series, and that's not... It's not different. It's not out of the ordinary when it comes to, you know, anime movies and movie adaptations and stuff like that. But this, it shows. It really shows in the worst way possible. But the movie is still really good. But yeah, I recommend Ninja Scroll. But yeah, just be careful which one you watch in which order.
Actually, you know what? One I just thought about right now.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Gantz.
Oh.
Gantz.
Gantz, yes. Gantz is a series I recommend, however, with a caveat. It is a very intense show, and it's got some very trying content for some people. Like, scientists would not be able to watch Gantz.
See ya.
Yeah, it has some very mature themes in the most mature way possible. But it's great because of it.
Boobs.
It's got that. And it's got violence. And it's got
A lot of violence.
the plot, I actually can't remember if the anime ever even continued with the plot. I think it just ended. I can't remember.
I don't remember actually. It's just it got
But
weird.
no, it definitely. Well, the whole fucking thing was weird. But the manga goes into a much weirder place. But I don't think that the series ever continued with it. But yeah, no, that show's fucked up. There's a lot of messed up stuff in that one. But who else has got some recommendations?
I would spoil the ending because that's the last thing that I remember.
Why?
Because I want to know if that's how it ends.
Well, okay. How old is the series now? When did it come out? 2009, maybe? I think we're past the point where it matters. So go for it. What's the last thing that happens?
I'm pretty sure they all died. That was the last thing that I remember watching in the episode.
Okay, then yeah, they took a completely different route, because in the manga they ended up... Oh, what was it? They ended up going to the spaceship, or a spaceship, of the race that started the whole Gantz thing, and then, ipso facto, I'm your boss, they ended up finding God.
Yeah, that never happened in the anime. They went completely different in that.
Yeah, they completely changed it. But you know, it is what it is. Gantz is still really good to watch if you want decent action, you like gore, you can deal with nudity, and you also like mature themes. And I mean, when I say mature themes, I mean themes of like, why are we here? Why are we alive? Why do we continue? You know, really existential questions. And, you know, this is a series that really gets into those. And, Joe, am I boring you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just looking
Okay, I'm not going to bed now, guys.
Just shut up. Anyway. Okay, so anybody have anything else that they'd like to recommend?
Konosuba?
Konosuba, yep. Second season just started up not that long ago. I've heard a lot of people say it's not as funny as the first one. I still think it's funny, and I think it's funny for a reason. I think they're going to get more episodes than the first season, so they have the luxury of spacing out their content. But a lot of people are still complaining that it's not as funny as the first season. So, yeah. Science, you got anything else? Retro, anything else?
Talked about Summer Wars, Wolf Children, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Robotics Notes, Orange. I'm not all the way through with, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And if you like slice of life, I think you'll really enjoy that too. Also, it's in the middle of a dub right now, so if you don't want to read the subs, it's the dub is actually very good.
Oh, I'd like to get everyone's opinions first off, just to cause a flame war in the comments. Subs or dubs?
You know it depends. Yeah. Like, Dragon Ball Z, obviously dub. But things
voice
like...
acting in the sub, I don't know, I saw the voice actor for the Japanese version for Dragon Ball.
Well, that also depends on which one you watched first.
Stupid.
Yeah,
I think it depends. But like Vegeta's voice and Goku's voice, they bother me so much in watching them in Japanese.
No, it's all Goku's voice.
It's terrible.
Goku's voice is horrible.
It's because he's still voiced by that 90-year-old Japanese woman. Which, yeah, like, I'm not even kidding. There's like a 70 or 80 or 90-year-old Japanese woman that voices Goku. And the reason why they haven't changed it is just, I'm not going to say it's because of tradition, but yeah, that's like the best word I can think of. It's because that's the way they've always done it.
It's Japan. Everything is done because of tradition.
Mm-hmm. It's like they just...
Right, Vince?
Yeah, I mean, Japan is a highly traditional country. I mean...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the U.S. like almost wouldn't even understand it. It's such a foreign concept. A lot of the things that Japan holds dear. You know, how companies treat their employees for one. Yeah, like when they are working and when they aren't working anymore. Like, okay, and this also goes with the culture as well, but like salarymen in Japan, you know, they work, you know, a gajillion hours, and they work ridiculous hours as well, you know, to the point where they're dying working. And, you know, that's completely foreign to, you know, the U.S. and, you know, most countries, actually, where, you know, we have set hours and we're not expected to work overtime and spend weekends at the office just to finish a project, and we don't have excruciating deadlines, yada, yada, yada. But on the flip side, if you leave the company takes care of you after you've left. Like, they will...
Yeah, Japan doesn't have the same concept of at-will employment like we have here.
They will continue to support you after you have left a company. And your family. Like, if you die, if you lose your life on the job, the company will continue to provide for your family. And that's something that... Yeah.
There's a much stronger sense of societal obligation and feeling of duty to take care of your fellow man.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
this is
totally.
Not something that exists here. Like you know, if you die on the job, you know, the company is not going to bend over backwards to make sure that your family is taken care of. Your family's going to have to sue the company and spend 7 years in court and have hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal costs, just to get what you will probably deserve. And then in Japan, it's just like
it's expected.
You know, it's for them. They know what the right thing to do is, and there's no fight.
Yeah, because it's expected. But yeah, that's a topic for a separate thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little off topic with a little bit of a rant, but you know, it is what it is. Basically, just there's cultural differences. You know, I don't have to tell you guys that. It's obvious. There's always going to be cultural differences. But yeah, I think that's it for recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anohana! Oh my god. Retro, you want to go watch it and cry with me? Okay, but that's actually a great segue into the waifu discussion. So, has everyone picked their waifus? You can have multiples.
Yeah.
You have to pick your favorite, though. No, you can have multiples, but you have to pick your number one waifu.
I don't think you know how waifus work, Sam.
I don't think you know how waifus work. There's best girl waifu, and then there's just like waifus.
So you've got your best girl, you've got your bae, and you've got your waifu.
Yeah, dude. See, Kyle gets it. So who's got waifu?
Oh, I totally have waifu.
I think.
Go ahead, Hobo.
Stephanie Dola.
Stephanie Dola from No Game No Life.
Yeah.
She was interesting.
Hey, man.
But
charismatic, loving, just wanted what was best for her people, did everything she could.
I don't know about...
It meant humiliating herself.
I don't know about charismatic. She was kind of a dope.
Yeah, she's charismatic about it.
Doesn't make her cute.
All right. I'll give you cute on that one. Anybody else, or is that it?
No, mine, Suryu, Justice Waifu.
So, Justice Waifu! Oh my god!
Justice Waifu.
Justice Waifu. She's her own category. Seiryu is a great
Waifu.
Choice. Everything is right or wrong. It's just Justice Waifu. That's
Her
it.
name. Ubiquitous.
It's yeah. Scientist, what you got?
I've got 3,
Okay.
but I'll tell you my number 1. Okay, so Hello from Spice and Wolf.
Don't feel bad about 3. I've got 4.
Okay, so Hello, Spice and Wolf.
Yep.
That's also another one I'd recommend. I didn't mention that earlier. Blake from Ruby, and then Asuna from Sword Art.
In that order?
Then, yes, bottom to top.
Wow, yeah, I bet you go bottom to top. Rockman, what you got?
Zanz is a very lonely guy.
Why would I be lonely when I've got the whole internet here to
Yeah,
keep
you're
me company?
lonely.
I'm lonely? Yeah.
Hey, I have one fewer wife than he does. If anything, I'm more lonely.
Exactly. Loser. Rockman, what you got?
I don't know her name. I'm really bad at names.
Whoa!
Okay, that
How's
is
your
the
waifu?
only prerequisite
That's
for
not
waifu
waifu,
is
dude.
being able to
I'm
name her.
sorry.
You can't-
The,
You're so
That's like
fired.
automatically not waifu.
You're fired.
I'm sorry. I can never remember her name. It's the girl who is in Food Wars. She's the one who always like was failing.
Yeah, with the blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
Todoroki? No. Yes?
Yeah.
No?
I
Yeah?
don't know. I have no idea. You know, I don't know
I
names.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm surprised you didn't say Doulahan.
Shut up.
Interviews with Monster
Musume?
Girls? Yeah!
That's a secret.
It's not a secret at all. She's adorable. Don't you just want to, like, hug her head?
Yes.
Yes.
Just want to gently pat her head.
And how? Alright, Retro, what you got? Psh, come on. You can't
Nope,
pass.
you can't pass.
There's
We
no
know
passing
you-
allowed.
I know you have strong feelings.
Okay, wait, Retro. Kaon, favorite girl.
Moogie.
Mugi is waifu.
Yes. Okay, I'll give you Rin from Hatsune Miku. Okay, there you go. That's your.
Luca.
There you go.
Actually, I got one more from the same anime.
Oh, this guy.
That's gonna be a problem.
Is it what's her face glasses chick with the scissors?
What's
No,
your
it's an
face?
Esdeath.
Oh, Esdeath? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you Esdeath. Why not? Why not?
Esdeath is definitely bae, dude.
Esdeath is something.
And she's got heart full of love.
Yep.
She
She's
is
supposed to give him all
so
the love.
dedicated. Oh my god.
Yeah, you fucking tell me she is not a loving individual.
I can't tell you that.
I know you can't.
I cannot. No one can. She is dedicated to a fault.
Get no love.
What was that anime with apartment and the guy?
I know which one you're talking about, yeah. The one where they invade his apartment. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Magical Girl? Yup, I knew you were gonna say the Magical Girl! Okay, I need to look that one up now, hang on.
Oh,
Isn't
dude,
that
you
like
know
Invasion?
what? Witchcraft Works. That main character.
Witchcraft Works! Oh my god, how did we not mention Witchcraft Works?
Yeah, you know what? I loved Witchcraft Works.
What? Oh my god.
I will say though that the main witch from that,
Bae as fuck.
Yes. Invaders of the Roko Jilma. That is the show that he's talking about. There is a character in particular, I cannot remember her name, but she is a magical girl in the series, which she is the clumsiest, ditziest magical girl ever. And she is adorable. In just the ditziest, stupidest way. But, yes, no. I agree. Sakaki, yes. Sakaki is... See, okay, I see her as more like the sister type. Straight up One-chan, straight up. Straight up. I can't see waifu from that. But no, I get it though. Why not both? Porque los dos. No, yeah, no, you can be both. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so mine are Taiga, of course, from Toradora. I dig Tsundere. I dig it. Because
I'm not keen on Tsundere.
Yeah, you do.
It's getting past that layer. That's the thing.
No.
That's the thing. Shut up.
It's just one second she says she hates you, and then the next you're having sex in a closet.
No, the next part she shyly looks down, blushes, and says, "Baka." That's the moment.
I've seen that so many times.
Everyone's
so
seen
many
that so many times. Okay, and then you've got Rain from G Gundam, one of the strongest, most independent, badass chicks from an anime ever. Robin from Witch Hunter Robin. She's one of my favorites as well, just because she's really down to earth, but she's still got her own problems that she's working through, and she's working through them on her own. And then, as far as eye candy is concerned, you've got Mao from the series Mao Yu. She is a demon lord who wears, instead of having the horns, she has a little headband that she wears for the horns. She is one of the most intelligent, analytical, crafty, ridiculously entertaining characters that I've seen. Not even just from just the female perspective, but yeah, she is one of the most badass chicks you will ever see in an anime. Not just because of her fighting ability, which she does have, but because of how intelligent she is. She runs mad games on every character in that show, and she's just a badass chick. So, yeah. Those four.
No ReZero characters?
Well, I mean, come on. Do I need to?
Yes.
Rem. It's Rem. Rem is number one best girl. Obviously.
Yeah, then obviously you have to include her.
It's too obvious. No, but Rim is number one. She goes far and beyond above waifu status. She's yeah. So yeah, I guess we're just at the free talk point in our whole discussions. Anybody have anything that they wanted to also say that they maybe didn't get a chance to mention earlier through any of the other ones? This could go for genres, feelings on mainstream appeal, more waifu. I'm always down for more waifu. Just favorite.
I think I kind of covered.
Did anyone bring up
pretty
Kill la Kill
well.
for anime?
What was that?
No,
Did anyone bring up Kill la Kill?
Nobody brought up Kill la Kill.
I just thought about that.
I really liked Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
I think we all liked Kill la
It made me
Kill.
uncomfortable at first, but then I was like, you know what?
Hang on. If it made you uncomfortable, that's the point.
Right. If it didn't, that would have been the problem. But I really did end up enjoying Kill la Kill.
I get that. Dan's got some that he threw out as far as his waifus are concerned. Ezra and Robin. Ezra was from Fairy Tail, I think. I didn't watch Fairy Tail. Same thing with Robin. Robin's from One Piece.
Urza.
Urza.
Yeah, Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
Okay, I didn't watch One Piece or Fairy Tail. I wasn't a huge fan of the art style, and I didn't want to watch 5,000 episodes. Same old thing.
See, I don't know the girl's name. At least I'm not pronouncing the name wrong.
Yo, I don't watch the series. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
You didn't even know her fucking name. Okay, whatever. And he also says Saris Victoria. Solid choice. Helsing.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Vampire girl. Yeah, no. Solid choice. Saris Victoria, solid choice.
Police girl.
Yeah, police girl. Yeah.
One anime I started watching, I really enjoyed watching. I just never finished or kept going. Was Space Dandy.
Space Dandy.
I super wanted to continue watching Space Dandy. I watched the first episode and I loved it. But
I think I watched it with you actually.
Yeah, no, we watched it together. We watched the first episode together, and it's police. Yes, thank you. The police hottie pants.
He's a dandy guy in space.
He is a dandy guy in space. That's all you need to know.
I really hope that they bring it back for more, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I still
Yeah.
haven't even finished the original.
Did we ever mention Cowboy Bebop?
We did.
You did,
Yeah. At
Well-
the beginning, you went into the.
I mean, like, you know.
It was kind of in the section of like things that we've all watched thoroughly and enjoyed, so it kind of goes without saying.
Yeah. Does anybody have
Like,
anything to
just
say
kinda
about Cowboy Bebop? See, yep, there you go. It's a,
Steve Bloom's got a badass tattoo from it.
Steve Bloom is just a badass.
And so on his, I think it's his right arm, the inside of his forearm, he has a tattoo of the waveform of Spike saying "bang."
Damn,
It's
pretty
yeah.
intense.
Big O.
Big O.
big. Oh,
Gundam Batman.
The Gundam Batman, yeah. The one thing I always remember from Big O is when Dorothy would get on the elevator and the elevator wouldn't move.
She's so heavy.
Just too heavy.
She weighed so much.
oh, Roger.
Yep. Yeah, but Gundam Batman, yeah, no. Yeah.
Gundam Batman. There you go. That
Just
fucking,
all the Toonami things.
Like if the Batmobile was the Iron Giant.
Yeah, basically. Don't even get me started on Iron Giant. Iron Giant's
he told me so much
terrifying.
with just his voice.
Iron Giant's
With just
terrifying.
A few words.
It's like E.T.
Why is it
It's just-
terrifying? It's so good.
Okay, it's good, yeah, but freaking the Iron Giant was originally an emissary from space to obliterate the Earth.
Eh.
What do you mean, eh?
He eats cars.
Yo, okay, think about it this way, okay? How did he get reset in the beginning? He bumped into an electrical pole or whatever, an electrical wire, and that reset him, okay? A little bump, all right? Cool. That reset him, he rebooted and was like, oh, hey, people are pretty cool. Sweet. What happened at the end of the movie?
People are pretty cool.
No, they nuked him. They hit him with a nuke. He sacrificed himself. He got hit with a nuke. Okay? You're going to tell me that him getting hit with a nuke wouldn't reset his memory again? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
Didn't think so.
Well, getting hit with a nuke and then being like shocked are two very different sensations.
Okay, but they all were from a bump. The shock wasn't the thing that got him. It was him bumping his head. That's the thing that reset his memory. All I'm saying is that if you watch the DVD and you go through the extras, there's a deleted scene of him going, or them showing up in space, army, an armada, a fleet of these killer robots waiting to invade Earth. And all they were doing was waiting on their scout, okay? Just saying, if he got reset at the end because of the nuke, bingo, bango, bongo, the Earth is destroyed, okay? Alright.
Bingo, bongo, bongo.
Yes. That's why there was never a sequel. He went back up to space and was like, hey, you know,
Guys, they're jerks.
let's kill all the humans. Hey, sweet. You know, that's how the sequel would have been. It's Terminator. Got it. Space Terminator.
Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly. So, anybody else have anything else they wanted to bring up?
No, it's pretty well covered actually.
Retro? No?
Yeah, no, I wish main characters in anime were a little more creative. I feel like so many main characters are so similar simply because they're trying to just have you relate to them that they just kind of all mesh together.
So it's either the Mary Sue argument or the Keanu Reeves argument.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
well,
yeah,
well,
I'm not a...
well, okay. You've got the Mary Sue, which you guys are familiar with the Mary Sue. Yes? No?
Yes.
No.
Okay. For the sake of the no, a Mary Sue is someone that is good at everything. They are a Deus Ex Machina. Kirito, perfect example from Sword Art.
Good. Yeah.
He-
Good. Everything. Yeah.
Ichigo from Bleach. He does everything. The second there's a problem, he just makes powers out of things. He just pulls powers out of his ass. Okay.
He's basically like original Superman. Oh, I want to shoot these rainbow guys out of my fingers. My strength. Fucking just do it.
Dude, like straight up, he's a Shinigami, he's a Hollow, he's a Quincy, he's a human, and he's He also had the abilities of the people that had the dolls and stuff like that. He had his own little a Vizard. He's also a Vizard as well.
The full bring. No, full brings.
Oh, full bring. He's also has a full bring as well.
Then you got those hell powers in like that one movie.
And, I forgot about the hell powers. Oh my god, he's got hell powers too. Jesus Christ. Ichigo, stop. God damn it. Yeah, okay. So, it's that, or the Keanu Reeves thing. He's an everyman. He's got a no-emotion face so that you can better relate to them. That's why Keanu Reeves is such a great action star. He's got the no face.
He's unassuming.
John Wick Chapter 2, though.
Yeah, but he's the perfect character because he doesn't show any emotion, so that way you can, supplant yourself into the role. Like Matrix, the first Matrix. Like, no emotion.
It's kind of like a blank slate.
Yeah, it's so you can relate to him better. Is that kind of what you're talking about, Retro?
I like Surfer guy, Keanu. Whoa.
Vaya con Dios.
Most uncouth.
Yeah. But is that kind of the thing that you were talking about, Retro?
No, not really.
Well, fuck me then.
That was a solid argument, but I'm talking more like just like slice of life animes or animes that are not,
Oh, just tropes and character archetypes then.
Yeah, I feel like they just, when they create a character, like, all right, we're gonna make him this way and no variation among characters.
My favorite, fly in the face of that whole character, like the generic, main character A kind of thing, is the main dude from My High School Romance Snafu. Just it's Snafu. That guy. Did anyone else watch that?
Yep.
Yeah. That guy was such a departure from character archetypes, and he was so refreshing. I loved his character. I wish I could remember what his character's name was. But that guy, great. No, nobody else has anything to say on him or his character. That's... Wow. Well, fuck me then. We're back to that again. Okay, so is that gonna round us up for the discussion?
Probably. I think so. I think we covered everything we wanted to.
Okay, so let's get on to the next topic then. Anybody have any ideas as far as the next topic? I've got a couple written down. I've got movies, the general sense of just movies. Retro brought up a good one. He had a subreddit where it was just would you rather questions, and I think we could get into some fun shit with that. More anime is always an option, and then there's the obvious video games, things like that. So those are some of the things I thought about, or things that were recommended to me. Do you guys have anything that you guys would like to see? And this also applies to the comment section as well. If there's anything you guys think that you'd like to hear us talk about, let us know. But what about you guys? Do you guys have anything? People that are currently talking with me right now.
I mean,
Who?
Exactly.
Why don't you?
Who that?
I don't know. Actually, I mean, everything you just said basically would be something to be good.
Thanks, Joe. Real constructive. Anybody else?
Exactly.
I think the video games would be an interesting topic because for as much as we have similar interests, because we all play and to a degree live together. We also have some really diverse tastes. Like there are some games that some of us play that others don't.
Oh yeah, no, I think we could get into some good discussions regarding our tastes.
I think that would be a nice topic.
Different.
Yeah, like that fucking For Honor, am I right? Fuck that shit. I'm just kidding. Half the house.
There with that Minecraft garbage.
Hey, I haven't moved since we started recording.
Yeah, Rockman's just running around like an idiot, so. Or flying around. That works too. But I think video games, movies, those would be pretty safe bets. But I'd be interested to see if maybe we could get something maybe not necessarily off the cuff for our next discussion, but something interesting is what I want to see in the most generic of terms. But yeah. So yeah, I guess that's gonna do
Thanks
it.
for watching.
As far as this is concerned, Rockman, say goodbye.
I would rather do the would you rather thing, but sure. Bye.
That's a strong contender for the next one, and it'll probably end up happening. Joe!
I'm also interested.
Joe, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hobo, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Retromancer, say goodbye. Soulless Scientist, say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
And what? And goodbye, everyone. Thank
So
you
you
for
realize
watching.
he's still playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, right, seriously. And if you liked the discussion and you want to see more of our various rantings, let us know down below. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below, all that nonsense. And with new series like this, you asshole, with new series like this, it helps out a lot if you hit that like button and leave a comment. So that way, you know, people can see the stupid shit that we get up to. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.